Hi everyone, welcome back to Financially Frugal. I just wanted to show you today how I pack sugar for storage. So as you can see back here, I'm going to move the camera up just a little bit. In my last Kroger haul, I actually got 4 of the 4-pound bags of sugar, and I found out just kind of in storing things and such that a lot of times it's possible for ants and other bugs to get into the bags of sugar because they're just pretty much, I'll pick one up here, they're just pretty much bags that are glued down for sealing. So they're not really sealed very well to keep bugs out and things like that. So what I'm going to do today is show you how I like to pack my sugar for storage, and this is also how I pack other dry goods such as flour and rice and other items such as those. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back here, and I'm going to show you one of the containers that I use. This is a container that I got from the Dollar Tree. So these are just plastic, they're just some nice plastic containers, and they've got a screw top lid. And you can find them at your Dollar Tree sometimes. They have various sizes, but this one happens to be, I think they call this their, I don't know if you can see the markings on the side. Actually, I'm going to turn it around here on the imperial measurement side. But it holds up to a gallon according to this, but I think they actually market this as their 3-quart container. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I do to get the sugar ready to be packaged. So I'm going to get set right here. So first thing that I do, I'll just, obviously we'll take the top off of the jar, and you want to make sure that the inside is washed and it's nice and clean and dry on the inside, just so you don't contaminate any of your items here. Then the next thing that we're going to do, I'm just going to open up the bag of sugar, and you want to be careful because sometimes this will go. This will kind of, you want to open it slowly so you don't want the sugar to kind of come out of the bag and go all over. But as you can see, if you've opened a bag of sugar, you know what I'm talking about. It's just glued down and it's just a bag. So once you get it open, like so, then it's just your sugar on the inside. And this is fine for like a short-term storage. But as I said before, I find that bugs can actually get, and I can see now that I'm looking at this, I actually have sugar here. You can't see it. Let me see if I can point you over here to be able to see a little better. But actually over behind the sugar bag, you can actually see some sugar that's on the table. So that just goes to show you that these aren't sealed that well. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to put the container, and I'm just going to pour the sugar from the bag into the container. And one trick, see if I can get it in the camera shot here, is to pinch one side of the bag because you don't want the sugar to dump all over the table. You want to get it in the canister. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pour it in here. And usually one of these, we'll see, but usually one of these will hold, I believe, about 2 pounds or 2 bags of sugar. So I'm going to pour one bag of sugar in, just get it all out, like so. And then what I'll do is I'll just put the lid on the top, and I'll just tap it lightly on the table. Probably shaking the camera up, but tapping it lightly because I want the sugar to pack down into the jar so I've got room. So see, that didn't even hardly fill it up halfway, if you can see there in the camera. So it filled it up to about the 2-quart line. So I should be able probably to get almost 2 bags of sugar. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the second one and do the same thing. I'm going to get that bag open. That'll be out of the camera frame probably. And this one I actually opened it a little different. I left this side over here still kind of sealed up, so I'm kind of making me like a pour spout right here. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and pour this sugar in to the jar. And this one, because it's going to get really close to the top, actually it looks like we may not quite fit the whole bag in. So I'm going to go ahead, I still have a little bit in the bag, I'm going to go ahead and repeat the packing down process again. So I'm just going to, I'll do it off camera just to kind of keep the camera from shaking so much. So I want to pack it down, and then I want to open it up and see. So see it packed down a pretty good bit. I'm going to see if I can go ahead and fit the remainder of this in. So it looks like I'll be able to get the whole 2 bags of sugar. So there'll be 8 pounds of sugar in this container. So then what I'll do is, I'll do this a little later, but what I like to do just to make sure, because I don't want to attract bugs, so sometimes you'll get some sugar kind of around the rim. So what I'll do off camera later on is I'll get just kind of a damp rag and kind of wipe around just to make sure there's no sugar residue. So then after that, I'll put the top on it, and you'll want to make sure it's turned nice and tight. There we go. Oh, there we go. Get it threaded properly. There you go. So now it's on. And then what I'll do, just to help me remember, I'll just get some masking tape right here. I'll just get 2 pieces. And just what I like to do is just get my pen and I'll write on the label, because I pack other things in these jars too. So all my jars are the same. They have the red lids. So I'm going to be able to tell fairly easily whether this is sugar or whether it's flour, or even if it's flour, what type of flour. Is it all-purpose flour? Is it bread flour? Is it self-rising? Is it rice? I want to be able to tell that. So I'm just going to write up here sugar. And then I'm going to write on the tape under it, I'm just going to write when I packed it. So I'm going to put packed. And today is August the 2nd, 2019. I got a little bit on my lid, but I can clean that off with some rubbing alcohol when I take the labels off. So now this will go into my storage, and what I'll do when I need some sugar in my kitchen, I'll just grab one of these, whichever one is my oldest, from my storage, and then I'll empty this into one of my sugar containers, which is pretty much, it's this container, but it's actually a 3-quart or a 2-quart, I believe. I'm not sure the exact size, but same as this, just smaller, and those fit on my counter a little better. So I'll just empty some of the sugar from this container into the other container for use in the kitchen. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get the second one done, but this is just kind of a good way if you find an item like sugar or flour on sale and you want to pick up a few. This is a good way to store it for another time. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and get the second one done. I'll do that off camera since it's the same process. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and it'll help you come up with some good ways to do some storage of items in your kitchen. So make sure, if you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and make sure that you ring the bell so you get all the notifications in your inbox for every time there's a new video uploaded. And also, down in the comments for this video, go ahead, if you use storage containers like this, go ahead and put, you know, what kind, maybe where you got the containers, how much you paid for them. Like I said, these came from the Dollar Tree, so they were $1 a piece. But you can just reuse them, just wash them, keep reusing them. So go ahead in the comments, if you have good containers like this, go ahead and let us know where you got them at, and also what kinds of things you like to store in your containers. So make sure to give this video a thumbs up, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.